Hey you guys, this is Killig86 aka Raymond. Welcome to another rendition of Mcjuggernuggets. As you can tell by the title, guys, I'm going to be giving my review of the Psycho Family documentary film that just came out on April 3rd, 2017. Now, I'm sure you guys are saying, like, wait a minute, why aren't you going to do the reaction video for the greatest night of my life that just came out today? I would love to, but the problem is, guys, it's over an hour. And let me tell you, I can't be able to do that. Or maybe just should. I don't know. All I can tell you guys is that the greatest night of my life, I watched that video. It was perfect. It was really perfect that anybody could hope for. But all I can tell you guys is that I want to just do my review of the Psycho Family documentary film, and I will add a little bit from that video. I hope you guys can understand that over an hour, I can't do that. I would, because I did do that over an hour and something minutes when I did a documentary, but I had to get rid of it because I wouldn't want to get a copyright strike, you know. But without further ado, let's do this. Well, guys, as you guys know, every story has a beginning, and we saw how Jesse started this whole Psycho series by uploading a video called Psycho Dad Destroys Xbox. And the funny thing was, it was a joke. He did it as a joke. But the behind the scenes, how we all seen it, was how it was so choreographed and it was so easy to do. But then having seen a dad say, "Are you crazy? You really want to do that?" I was like, okay. And having a brother saying that, man, my brother really wanted me to record him doing that. I was like, wow, he's crazy. But you know what? He did it as a joke. But as soon as he got back to school, everyone's saying, "Did your dad really do that? Your dad's crazy." I said, "No, guys, it was a joke." But then he had something there. He really did. But as luck would have it, one video that made him a star, an internet star, was Psycho Dad Shreds Video Games. Now let me remind you guys that this was the first Psycho video that I've ever watched, and I got hooked. So I decided to watch from the beginning all the way to now, and watch all the way through. And let me tell you guys, watching that, he had like we saw, over 100,000 views, and only been like a couple of weeks, which was amazing. And then, as today, it got over 35 million hits, and that shows that what he had was gold. But as days go by, a lot of people are actually wondering, is this real or is this fake? And how Brian actually approached Jesse when they did the actual interview. I said, "How did you feel when you lied to millions of people around the world?" He said, "I didn't lie. We just did a story, and I was just pretending." Well, guys, that's the thing about it. When you watch something and you actually believe it's real or fake, that is the number one question on everyone's mind. Every single person would actually ask that question. Like when you watch a ghost video, like, is this real or is it fake? Some people say it's real, some people say it's fake, but there's a lot of people out there that can actually debunk it and actually show everyone that it's real or it's fake. Or if it's something that you can't explain, it's actually real. So how Jesse did this, that he was able to show everyone the life of somebody who is not having it easy, who wants to play video games, who wants to make YouTube a job, but having a dad who doesn't understand. But hey, there's a lot of people out there in the world that actually feel that way or experience the exact same thing. I love the fact in this documentary how they interviewed every single family member, also the friends, the Strawbergs, with Aunt Melissa and Georgie, everybody. And I thought that was great. Also, Uncle Larry. I find Uncle Larry's interview was the best because I liked how he helped with a lot of people, even someone from Paris, which was very far away from the U.S. And that shows right there the dedication that they gave to this channel. They helped a lot of people. I mean, how do you think that they do fan mail a lot? And Jesse sees all the letters that these kids sent to him and everything that was heartfelt. And I mean, seeing the destruction of the fan mail, everybody actually believed that that's our fan mail, it's getting burned. But you can actually tell that there was no fan mail in there. But how the story was told, it was really hard to watch. It was sad knowing that his dad was being portrayed as the bad guy, destroying everything of his, and really messing with his life, putting him down, telling him that this is not a job, you're lazy, you can't do any of this stuff. How they actually portrayed that was amazing. It was sad to watch. But all I can tell you guys is that when they started watching the exposed films, I actually thought it was real, to be honest with you. But when I watched the exposed films about when they did the Psycho Dad Rex car, you can actually tell, they actually pointed out that, wait a minute, that's his car? But the car over there is actually his car. So that kind of pointed it out. So that shows right there that there's always little details that you can actually see. But he said this was a story. A story. Well, it's not a true story. There's a lot of stories out there that's true. A lot of people use like different true facts on some things, like Pearl Harbor or Saving Private Ryan. Those were true stories. A lot of people lost their lives there. But with Jesse, him doing all this life knowing that, I am doing a story of a kid who loves video games, but is getting his stuff destroyed or getting taken away because his dad doesn't want him to have fun or allow me to have this job, which is a job. So, I mean, what can you say to that? But seeing the interviews of every single person was great. I mean, how the dad and the mom were talking that, we always try to do it in one take. That's what our son wants. But along the way, guys, that where there's fame, there's always consequences. As you guys know, that he was swatted a lot of times. It was kind of hard for a family to be held at gunpoint by policemen thinking that something's happening. But it's kind of scary to think that, you know. But as for Jesse had it done multiple times. But the one thing what makes Jesse a cool YouTuber is how he gives back. He gives back to the fans. He gives back to his family. I mean, giving them $65,000, but $33,500 for each, mom and dad, and I thought that was amazing. It was cool how that Christmas they shown how he actually gave back, and that was actually amazing. It really was. But man, it was a lot harder than you'd think. You know, being famous, and they could even go out and have dinner and not break in the character. And everyone, like somebody just spot you and say, "Hey, I thought you guys got a divorce." But Jesse was able to play that out very well. You know, Jesse is a very good director and everything. How he gave them directions on how to do it and how to precisely do it with the right way and not mess up their lines. But it shows right there that he's patient at some points, but when you mess up, it's like, oh, we gotta do it again now. But you know, it was really amazing how he involved his family, his friends, everybody, and he also helped out a lot of people, like Georgie, for example. He helped him out with his YouTube channel. Like he said in the documentary, he had over 300 subscribers, and now he has over 100,000 subscribers. That was really amazing. And also Uncle Larry and Tom, his cousin. Now, as you guys know about Tom, is that he plays online. He does online games, everything. Uncle Larry always does stuff outdoors, hiking and camping. But when he did his own channel and he got involved with his son, they got closer together, and that shows that this series actually brought people together, made them stronger and better people. Even Juliet, his girlfriend. It's kind of hard for Juliet to know that, as she said on the documentary interview, that it was kind of hard for him to get away from the camera. I mean, yes, every morning he's on the camera, every afternoon the camera, every night the camera, and he has to do 2 uploads a day, and it shows that you have enough time for me. But it shows right there how strong a bond and a relationship how that Jesse and Juliet shown, and he actually helped her out with her music and also her YouTube channel, and she was nominated for a music award, and that was really great. And her album was actually number 2, and then it went up to number 1, and that shows right there a lot of dedication and a lot of hard work goes a long way. But Man, it was just the documentary was crazy great. Hearing all these backstories and everything. But the one that actually made me cry a lot was how his dad didn't want to do the Psycho series anymore. Even when he asked him to do it one more year, he didn't want to because he felt like he said I'm tired of all this drama and all this criticism of me being the bad guy. Again, I can't even have a job where people my reputation's on the line here. It was hard. But as you guys saw in the documentary when they were at the VidCon, he was actually told his son, I'm willing to do it for one more year. But then Jesse decided, nah, it's okay. But it shows right there how much his dad is willing to do all that for him. The one that made me also cry was when they were both in the morgue building. Psycho Dad was there, his dad, and they were looking in the box, all the memories. For him when he was looking through it, Brian said, "Now that the Psycho series is over, what comes next?" And Jesse just cried his eyes out. It was just like, "Excuse me," and he left. His dad said it was hard for him. Actually doing this as he was looking at his son, it's like, he was getting teary-eyed. He was saying that, I just can't believe how it's over. It did an impact on him. This was a story that he could not believe that he's done and got a lot of views and everything, and it just took a lot. He was crying his eyes. He was getting ready to cry. I was like, oh my God, I'm about to cry too. It shows that he put his heart and soul into this Psycho series, guys, and the doc explained everything, and I mean everything. But the one that scared me the most was, as you guys know, Georgie did a lot of pranks on his mom and his dad a lot of times. But there was one prank that really hurt Aunt Melissa when they smacked her with the flour, and then when the cherry bomb hit, it actually ignited and burned her. It burned her from here down on her face. And she said that she actually had to scrape all the dead skin off my face. It was, wow, that was crazy. It was like, oh. And Georgie felt so bad that he actually took the video down. But the one I found very interesting was that the ultimate April Fool's prank that they did last year was real. And Aunt Melissa was really deathly afraid of mice. But hey, she was a good sport after 2 or 3 days after that, or maybe a week, you never know. And she forgave Jesse for that. The documentary was great, guys. And it was everything that, like I said, everything we've hoped for. And the story of how Jesse came up with the Psycho series and how his family got involved and his friends got involved and everything. Cameramen, all that other stuff. All those videos, all the destruction and everything. The one that I found very mean and cold-hearted was the one that they got in an answer machine stating that, guys, I was actually worried about you guys. I was actually going to call the police, and then I find out that it was all fake. There's a special place in hell for you guys. It was like, didn't Jesse say that it was a story and they're just telling a story? People take it too literally. When you find out that it's not real, thoughts go through your mind. I mean, when Jesse, when it was over, as you guys saw the Psycho Kid flees country, they said, don't forget to keep it rigid, and he was like, snapped his fingers, snapped out of character. But at the end, when he said, all right, everybody, that's a wrap, it was the best feeling that you could ever get. And seeing all the reactions from different kids from all over the world, seeing that, oh, that was great. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. And I was so happy. You guys have no clue. I was so happy knowing the fact that it was all over and they all high-fived each other and he gave his dad a big hug. He said, I love you. He said, I love you, Dad. I love you too, son. All for you. It was like, wow. But, you know what I give the doc, guys? I give it a 15 out of 10. And because it was amazing, it was well thought of. Brian Spitz did a hell of a job on this. And one thing I said before on the Psycho Family documentary teaser, he better get an Oscar nomination for this. He better. I mean, Brian Spitz did a hell of a job. Bravo for you, man. Bravo for you. If not, it sucks. But hey, there's an Oscar nomination. You have an Oscar nod, and you have an Oscar win in my book, Brian Spitz, and also for Jesse too. All right, guys, let's get back now. Let's talk about the video that he just put out, The Greatest Night of My Life, the hour one. As you guys know, they left the house, had a big bus on their way to New York City for the premiere of the Psycho Family documentary film. When they went to the AMC theater, and there was a whole line of juggies getting ready to watch this film. Everybody was there. Uncle Chris, his mom and dad, Uncle Larry, Tom, and Jackie, Parker, and Brian Spitz himself, who directed this thing. A lot of juggies were actually happy to see him because this was like a dream come true for everybody. As they watched it, they gave an interview, and I think Tom got a little embarrassed knowing the fact that they showed him as a kid when he'd helped him doing videos with him in the way back then. But everybody was happy, and it was everything everybody hoped for, and it shows that a lot of dedication, a lot of hard work goes a long way, and it makes a difference to everybody. It was great. It was just wow. You know, guys, for them to do the interview and interviewing everybody and them watching the film, everybody was all smiling and happy, and it shows that we did saying that to themselves, we did good. I just can't believe it's over. After watching this, we got to go back to our own lives and do something else, which is hard. But hey, guys, that was amazing. Well, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was not much to watch, like I said, guys. They were watching the premiere, they did the interview, and it was great. It showed how a lot of juggies were there. It was a small theater, so it was made exclusively for them. So I can't say that word, sorry. And it shows that everyone was dedicated, and everybody was hoping that will it come to the UK so we could watch it? Because all over the world, everybody's been watching it. So, guys, that was my Psycho Family documentary review, and also my reaction toward The Greatest Night of My Life video. I liked how everybody was in that van, all smiling, and said, all right, we're going home. And that shows that how great it was. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more reaction, more gameplay. Drop a like on this video if you enjoyed this. The Psycho Family documentary film was amazing. 11 chapters. It was well worth it. I give you guys a 6 out of 5 stars. Also, actually, 15 out of 10, which was the most awesomest and most amazing documentary ever. And like I said before, Brian Spitz, you better get an Oscar nod. We have to wait till next year to find that out. All right, you guys, thank you for watching, and don't forget, stay positive.